Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today we're doing yet again another whiskey review for you guys. I love doing these reviews. Hopefully, you guys watched my last video. If you did not watch my last video, please go back, click a little thing right up here, watch that video. It might be over here, one of these ways. Watch that video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I really enjoy doing this. We're going to do another one for you guys. It's going to be super fun. So let's get right into it. All right. All right. So for today, we are doing another really cool one. We are doing probably one of the most well-known budget bourbons. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. No, it is not Jack Daniels. And no, it is not Jim Beam, as those are two of the more widely known budget bourbons. But today we are doing a Evan Williams. That's right, Evan Williams review for you guys. Now it's not just any Evan Williams, so it's not going to be their really budget, base product that comes in the big 1.75s. It's not going to be that one. We're actually going to review a pretty special one. So the one we're going to review is their single barrel, posted right here. Bam. So the single barrel is super cool. So as it sounds, it comes from a single barrel. So once they fill all these barrels and they put them in their rick houses, not all of them get to become single barrels. They're not as matured ones, or they're not as special ones get blended together, and that makes their base product, and that's going to be all their blended stuff. Now the single barrel, they take their highest quality casks, and they make those ones into single barrels. So they pick a barrel, they think it's really special, and then from there, they can either keep it as a cask strength or a full proof single barrel, or they can proof it down still. Get it down to whatever kind of temperature and whatever profile they want to take it at. So this one right here, this is going to be the Evan Williams single barrel. So super cool. So a really cool thing about this one right here is I'm pretty sure for like the last 4 years or so, it hasn't even been available outside of Kentucky. I want to say since like right before COVID. I think that was part of it. Not 100% positive on that one though, but it hasn't been available outside of there. And these got dropped, at least in our store in Total Wine, about a month ago. So pretty exciting. I think it was like $23. So yeah, budget bourbon. And I know $23 for a single barrel. What do you think our price on their regular budget bourbon is? Really low. So yeah, $23 for a single barrel. The cool thing about this one, if you can actually take a peek right here, it actually tells you it was put into oak in 2015. That is insane. 2015. Now they did proof it down. It is almost at base proof. It is at 86.6 proof, so really soft. Only 43.3% alcohol. Now, the thing that did interest me about this when I was looking into it, was to see if it showed how long it had been aged. Age is a big thing in terms of flavor profile, and also can make things cost more. If in Scotch, the 30-year Macallan, $5,000. Why? Because it sat for 30 years. They have to kind of make up their loss on that for the 30 years that they waited for it. So yeah, I want to see how long this one was aged for. Now I'm going to read a little bit of what's on the back here. It says this bourbon was personally selected by our master distiller only after meeting his exacting standards for this vintage. Taken from a single barrel, it is the art of bourbon making at its finest. Bottled unblended, like I said, with other barrels to preserve its individuality. So like I said, the best of the best, putting it right in the bottle. It is even hand numbered as a sign of its limited availability. Where is the numbering? Ah, here we go. So it is actually barrel number 684. So they do a lot of barrels over there at Evan Williams. This is 684. It also tells you right on the back here, as you can see, 684. It tells you the day it was put into a barrel. So it looks like they did it right before Christmas in 2015. Now it is 2024. That is almost a 10-year bourbon. They don't put an age statement on these single barrels, but it's almost a 10-year single barrel, which is super cool. So we should get a lot of oak out of it, some nice complexity and whatnot. And then it was just bottled on April 4th. So, like I said, we just got these in probably mid-April, end of April. So, super, super cool product. So, we're going to get into it and we're going to see if it's worth it. I mean, it's 23 bucks. Even if it's decent, it's probably worth the 23 bucks. But we'll see if there's anything special about it. All right, let's see. All right, finally got the wax off. The wax is super thick, even thicker than Maker's Mark. So let's see if we get a pop. Ooh, that was a good cork pop. All right, let's pour this one up. All right, just by the looks of it, not too dark. I mean, it did spend almost 10 years in there, so I was maybe expecting a hint darker. Um, but the aromas on it, that for being an only 86 proofer, um, the aromas are coming out of the glass, which is super, super nice. Ooh, wow. I get, I get like this is kind of how I felt about Four Roses small batch when I first tried it. Just a lot of that spice just jumping out of the glass. Oh, I get a lot of brown sugar, a lot of brown sugar. I also get a little bit of apple, so it's giving me slight apple pie kind of vibes. Again, not too high of proof, so I could be taking super deep breaths. I'm not burning my nose or anything like that. Yeah, a lot of brown sugar, a lot of almost like a nutmeg, a little tea from that rye. So it doesn't definitely you can get a little bit of that rye spice in there too. But definitely very like apple kind of fruit to it. All right, let's take a sip. It's good. It's very good. You get a lot of wood, get a lot of oak on it. Kind of get that little bit of drying oak in the back of the mouth, a little bit of kind of like wood chippiness, um, slight kind of like dusty corn note as well. Yeah, I just can't get past the fruit on this, to be honest. The fruit on it is very, very strong, and then it's like, it might be lacking a little bit if I'm gonna be super picky about it. It's lacking a little bit of a mid palate for me. On the taste, at least, the smell is great. On the taste, you do get a lot of kind of that apple up front, and then you get a lot of that oak in the back end of it. But the mid palate, I'm not getting a huge complexity of like the spices and stuff like that I was getting on the nose. But it's not bad. I mean, 23 bucks. Come on. Yeah. Now I'm getting more. I'm getting less apple now. Less apple on the palate, and I'm getting more kind of just big brown sugar up front, and then the heavy oak in the finish. Um, I like oak, so I'm cool with it. Some people don't like as much oak, but I like that kind of almost like tannic oak on the finish. It's really good though. 23 bucks. I would definitely, this is maybe not one that I would continue to sip on. It is a little bit low proof for me. So I think that, low proof is kind of why I'm losing some of the complex flavors and stuff like that. A lot of people, when they think about whiskey, they're like, they want the lower proof because it does make it smoother, right? I could sit here and probably crush this whole bottle. But whiskey's just like anything, right? They add water to it to get it down to proof. So just like anything else in life, when you water it down, you lose the complexities of it. So I don't. I usually try to stick to at least a bottled and bond proof or higher. Um, that being said, I do like some good, 98 proofs, 95 proofs. 86 is a little bit low. but for a crushable bottle, even a cocktail mixing kind of bottle is great. Um, really, really a great product. Yeah, I mainly bought this bottle just because it hasn't been available for the last 4 years. I've seen a lot of things online saying, this is a super, super good bottle to have in your collection. It is great whiskey, don't get me wrong. I just like a little bit more full flavor, full proof on it. That's just me. Um, yeah, a little simple, not bad. I think for the most part, you know, I'm losing a little bit of the mid palate. The finish is decently long, but the finish is mostly just kind of barrel char at that point. Um, Not really left with a lot of those like kind of brown sugar, kind of toffee caramel notes that I can be left with sometimes with other whiskeys. But it's good. It's not bad. I would highly recommend if you don't have one already, go buy one. They're super cheap. It's cheap without being tasting cheap. If you want cheap, there's some $5 to $10 stuff that you can buy. But if you want cheap good, this definitely should be on your list. Um, if I'm gonna rank it, if I was to give it a ranking out of 10, gosh, if I was to rank it out of 10 off of the things that I've had before, I would probably give it a 5. At least where it stands now, right? Any whiskey as well. Once you open it, once it breathes a little bit, if I revisit it in a couple weeks or a month, it might drastically change. It might lose some of that barrel char tannin kind of note to it. It might, come through with a little bit more of that caramel sugars a little bit more, which totally open to revisiting some more of these things. Obviously, because I'm going to drink them, so I'll probably revisit them, maybe do a video about revisiting some of the last bottles to see how much they've changed and how my opinion on them's changed, and maybe the scores even changed. But I think right now I'm gonna give it a solid 5. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's honestly, you get what you pay for with this one. I wouldn't pay more than $25 for it. I don't think you need to. But yeah, definitely pick up yourself a bottle. And that's all I have for this review this time. So if you guys enjoyed, again, I always enjoy making these videos. Please, 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 please watch this video just in support of me. If you don't want to like, you don't want to subscribe, that is totally fine. But just support me. It's a fun venture for me, a little hobby making these videos. Not only do I like filming them, I love editing them. And I love whiskey. So I kind of all three of my favorite passions in one here. So give me a shout out, give me a comment. What else do you think I should try? I'm kind of trying to save some of my other ones. But if enough people tell me to try something, I'll definitely try it. So, I have a few different Jack Daniels kind of twice barreled rye, barrel proof rye that I've got to open. Bunch of different Buffalo Trace products I need to open as well. Some Bookers. I even have some other stuff too. I have so much tequila, as you can see right here behind me. I have a bunch of Fortaleza behind me as well. Some really good picks as well. Some sample bottles. I've had a few people come in that have supported me at Total Wine. They've brought me multiple samples, try new things, expand my palate even more, which I'm super thankful for. So I have a bunch of those. I also have, what else do I have? I have rum. I have brandy. I have literally everything. I have a Calvados behind me. And that's not even to include all of this. I have probably about, in this area right here, probably about 50 different wines that I have to try. So why not try them on a video? See what you guys think. Maybe you guys will come by, buy some wine. Gotta open all that stuff too. I also have a bunch of beer down here as well. On the bottom, you really can't see, but on this bottom shelf is full of beer, mostly barrel aged stouts, which are super cool. Some of them that have been sitting since 2019, getting some age on them. So I want to open some of those soon too, because they're about ready without hopefully getting too sweet. So we're gonna open those, and then we got even cocktails too. I got a bunch of different stuff to make cocktails, so maybe we'll make some cocktails on this channel. Who knows? Who knows? But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, a comment, a share, literally anything. just pat me on the back when I get to work. I don't know. I'll put the subscribe button somewhere. I'll leave, past videos over here, maybe over here. I don't know. I'm just having fun. But yeah, at the end of this video, you'll see a couple of different videos. Maybe you could pick some new ones. See some of the old stuff I've done. I've even done some workout snack videos, some protein snack videos as well. So yeah, I've enjoyed talking to you guys. So we'll see you next time. All right, have a good one. Bye.